And as soon as we start the new chapter, we get some items from Ashley. I already had her boof up the yellow herb, so we are just going to slot this green herb in here and get that handgun ammo situated right next to our existing handgun ammo. Don't feel like doing any bigger overhauls to the inventory here. Just gonna quickly slap these things in and move on.
Oh, what a touching moment we have here.
All spoiled thanks to your interruption. Why don't you do us all a favor and leave before the audience gets pissed off?
You're nothing but an extra in my script, so don't get too carried away. Your biggest scene is over.
I don't ever remember being a part of your crappy script.
Well then, why don't you show me what a first-class script is like through your own actions?
I guess we're just starting to lean on the fourth wall here in order to taunt each other. And welcome back to Let's Play Resident Evil 4. Well, Luis is still there. Don't mind him, Ashley. Just step over him. Last time, we got a brief section where we played as Ashley, and that section is over. She is back to tailing Leon now. No more suplexing zealots for her. Now, we need to travel back a little bit, and actually, let me see here. I do want to quickly move some things around in my inventory. It's actually very nice that we have that many flash grenades. We're going to be needing a few of those later. I need a very specific amount of space opened up for something that's coming up in a bit. So I may need to sell a couple of... Ooh, I can create some space by moving this rifle ammo over here. It's always like a little puzzle trying to figure out how am I going to organize my inventory. Okay, this should be good. That rocket launcher is going to be taking up some space in our inventory for a while, but by the end of this chapter, it will be done and gone with, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. For now, though, we definitely need to economize a little bit. I might sell some of my incendiaries, because it's going to be a little while before we have any need for them. Traveling back this way. Once we have Ashley back in our party, there is something that we can accomplish in an area from earlier on. Got some more zealots hanging out over here. Whoops. I'm getting a little too overeager with that. Let's only go for the more intended close quarters crowd control there. Just thought I might as well use some rifle shots while I have the opportunity, as we will have a capacity upgrade becoming available for us for this chapter. Sorry if my words are a little stumbly and thumbly here. Just woke up and working through my morning coffee right now. Got a busy day ahead of me, so I've got to make sure I make the most of it. Got some more guys hanging out over there, but you know what? We'll just leave them to it. I mean, really, do we have to kill everyone? This guy, on the other hand, he is directly in my way, so we are just going to go for a quick few shots with our blacktail here. And then, if I could just... Yes, there we go. Get the suplex. I think that killed him. Okay, no item, how rude. Now, heading back into this room, if you remember, this is where we clipped through with the TMP in order to potentially skip the end of Chapter 3-2. And there is something to be mindful of here in the GameCube, or rather the American GameCube of Resident Evil 4. There are some Novistadors hanging out here. For whatever reason, in every future release of Resident Evil 4, these Novistadors have been removed. I don't really understand why, but yeah, only in the American GameCube version do you actually see these Novistadors here. Every other version, they are just completely gone from the game. Bit of a strange change. I'm not really sure why they did that. Granted, there's only two, so it's not like you're being robbed of the most enemies in the world, but I always did find it a bit odd. Was caught off guard by that when I did most of my testing for this LP on this version of the game, and I was caught off guard by these things not being there when I got to this point in the HD version. Hey, the red eye that I needed! Well, it was already well worth our while to come back through here, so now we can get a fully completed butterfly lamp. Heck yeah. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Was honestly not expecting that, though before this chapter is over, we would have had that red eye completed anyway. Moving on, if you are regaining your grasp of where we are, you may have remembered there was that door next to the large overhanging window. Leon couldn't get through here by himself, and he doesn't have a grappling pistol like Ada does, so... What we need here, and you do have to check the door in order to get this prompt to appear, you need Ashley to piggyback on up and get through that Take your time, Ashley. I'm not in a hurry. Sometimes you have to relax and just appreciate the little things in life. For whatever reason, Ashley is forced to wait after dropping through that window, so you do have to call out to her to get her to follow you back. If you try to leave here, you'll get an awkward moment when you realize she's not following you. Anyways, in here we get a free broken butterfly, and that's what I needed to free up some inventory space for earlier. So yeah, that's why I never bothered to buy one from the merchant. We just get a free one here. And the broken butterfly is going to be coming in very handy very soon, so you'll definitely want to have it if you are doing a standard playthrough. Now we just have to backtrack our way to the room with Luis's corpse, so I'll take care of that real quick. Oh, maybe someday we'll get a proper burial for you, Luis, but that's not important right now. We've got things to get to, my friend, so just relax there. As much as you can enjoy the afterlife from that position, I suppose. Anyway, moving on into this room over here, and hello, what have we got here? Interesting little device we've got set up here. Might want to grab some handgun ammo over here before we continue on. And also, my violent tendencies are winning out here. I gotta search these urns before we move on. I could have gotten some upgrades from the broken butterfly from the merchant that we just passed, but we're going to be coming across another one who's going to have an updated inventory, so we're just gonna wait until we get to that guy. Anyways, let's step onto this platform over here and...
Wait here.
Leon automatically tells Ashley to wait. She is not going to be coming along with us for this sequence, which is honestly pretty good. I'm going to equip my TMP real quick here. It actually would be really nice if I could use up enough bullets with it to get that ammo pack removed from the inventory. Space is going to be at a premium for a while here. Hello? Okay, what? Salazar, I know you don't have much to do with your free time except build death traps in your castle, but this seems a little excessive here. We have quite the lava chamber and some interesting statues over there. Something tells me those things are not going to remain stationary. Oof. It is sweltering in here. Anyway, as soon as you start moving across this balcony, this statue will activate and this guy will start coming towards you. You just want to... There we go. You just want to hit some shots at the platform that the guy is standing on. One hit from anything will cause that guy to fall, and for whatever reason, that will cause the dragon statue to drop into the lava also. Whatever. Tied to his life force, I suppose. There is an alternative method for dealing with that, but yeah, the TMP is quite nice for dealing with this because you can just spam shots in its direction and take them out that way. Got a little central platform here with a rotating fence that we need to leap through in order to get on through, so just a not exactly clean timing there. Funnily enough, if you catch it at just the right time, you can have Leon just jump right through the fence. That's pretty funny to see. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I didn't realize that one already activated. Okay, fortunately, you're completely safe from the fire by standing here, and these guys are not so lucky. We will just utilize some blacktail shots, along with the damage that they took there. You want to wait for it to start breathing fire. And then we can move on up here, and we gotta be quick about it. No, couldn't get it. Yeah, this one's a little tricky to hit. Fortunately, the hitbox on the fire, not quite as far-reaching as you might expect. Once he is breathing fire, he's locked in place, so that's when you want to make your quick dash. There we go. A little embarrassing that I didn't even realize that guy was moving. I was too caught up in explaining the fences there. Yeah, but he was able to get a nasty little bit of burn on Leon there. For our efforts in dispatching that one, we get an Illuminatus pendant. So let me see here. Let me load in my last bit of TMP ammo to get that space I wanted. And heading over here, one more statue is going to pop up with its own little cutscene for it. Now, despite this being a masked red zealot, this one is actually not any stronger than what the previous ones. A single bullet will still take him out. Alright, you just want to go to that side to lure him over. Quickly move over here. There we go. Now, a bunch of zealots are going to be spawning from behind you. There is going to be a bunch that spawn in until the dragon statue is dropped in the lava. I believe it's upward of about 10 zealots will drop in. The respawns stop as soon as the dragon is defeated, so we don't have to worry about any more guys coming in. We will just get this guy taken care of with the blacktail. There we go. Do that. Come on, critical. Ah! I wish the critical suplex happened a bit more often. Let me see here. I'm not going to reload the Blacktail at this point, because we can get a capacity upgrade soon, I think. So may as well just save my ammo for then. Okay, with the Parasite, just a good idea to use our Riot Gun here instead. There we go. And give this guy a quick blast to the face, and you will be going down in short order. In due time, in due time. Resilient little guy, I gotta give him that. Anyway, the final statue, once it is defeated, one more treasure chest appeared for us, as you saw there. Let's just go on up, and hey, it's a pretty fancy one. Correspondingly, with its fancy looks, we get a lion ornament, a key item, and the final ornament that we needed in order to get past that initial block that we came across when we first met Salazar. Unfortunately, meeting the rotating fence at a bit of an awkward time here, so we just have to wait a little bit, but that is okay. Now you can just enjoy the sauna-esque atmosphere here. Leon just clipping through banisters and fences when he approaches them at just the right angle. There we go, there we go. Continuing on here. Let's not get too lost in the fun that we're having, okay? Alright. Back to Ashley, and thankfully this time when we return to her, we don't have to remember to specifically call out for her. She will just resume her pursuit of Leon. Check it out, there we go. Last thing we need to do before we get onto that fancy minecart is nothing. I thought there might be an urn here, but clearly I am mixing it up with a similar looking area. Once again, we just get to take a load off here. Honestly, cozy little minecart system that he's got going on here. It's like he's got his own little roller coaster system built up in his castle. A much more entertaining prospect, and honestly, maybe his time would better spent be expanding this network. You know, just a recreational activity, Salazar. Come on. Alright, good amount of shotgun shells and one more spinel for the road. We will be coming up on a merchant soon, so we'll be able to liquidate some of our treasures and get a whole bunch of upgrades. Especially because we have the broken butterfly now. Now, with nothing left to do, thankfully that cart looped us back around to the ornament wall, and we've got all the ornaments to be placed. Just throw this one in here. So we've got a maxed out butterfly lamp, but we're still missing a gem for our elegant mask. Fortunately, that's not going to be a problem for much longer. Let's just get this put in. Alright, now before you head up to that doorway right there, you do want to quickly detour here and find this stairwell. There's a couple things for us to grab here. First and foremost, another Sadler portrait that you can pop on down to grab 5,000 pesetas. We're also going to slash open this right here to get a hand grenade, and let me see, I have a feeling my inventory is, yeah, pretty well and truly full. It's gonna be a while before we have, ooh, actually, oh, this is, yeah, there's going to be some tough calls here. I think I'm going to want to sell a couple of my incendiaries. By the way, this is the balcony where we first met Salazar, and this is where you get a signpost that there is a gem for you to shoot off the wall, if you didn't think to look up beforehand. Nice little way to just figure that out. You're not just expected to know that that's there. Anyway, with that taken care of, we want to go through this door right here. Nice, fancy, ornate door leading to a nice, fancy, ornate roller coaster system. Wonderful. We even get to see, I'm wondering, like, is this just like is this like set up like a airport with multiple gates? He's just got multiple castles? Alright, if you're going for your flight here, you need to get to Castle B. Regardless, we're in Castle B. Dig the portraits on the wall there. Okay, one more urn for me to break. Vase, giant vase. Big urn? I don't know. Anyways, continuing on here. So, something that is kind of easy to miss. Well, not right now. First, what we're going to do, once we get into this rather fancy set of hallways, we got a flashbang here, but unfortunately, I do not have the inventory space for it. We're going to head this way real quick. I'm almost out of blacktail ammo, so instead I will just shoot this with the TMP. Use up a little bit of our bullets there. And grab these gems off the chests of the statue. One of them is the purple gem that we've been looking for. Now we can complete our elegant mask. Let's just quickly drop this one over here. Take a quick look at this gated door here. The door is guarded by a sturdy lattice. There's got to be a way to raise it. And we've got two statues, one to each side of the gate. seems we need to place an item in their hands. Very traditional locking mechanism for eccentric castle owners. Gotta respect it, gotta respect it. Alright, moving on over here. Something that's very easy to miss is that you can kick in this door right here and find a merchant. And this guy will have the updated inventory for the chapter. We're also just going to raid his shelves real quick to take some items, so hopefully he does not mind. Good 20 handgun bullets there. And now it's time to sell a bunch of our treasure and get an explosion of riches. Now, you're probably peeping the other big thing in this room. We'll get to that in a second. Let me see. I do want to keep 2 incendiary grenades, so I'm just going to sell 2 of the 4 that we have. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to sell 1 hand grenade, because we don't need that many. Let me see here. Next up, I would like to sell these 10 spinels.
Thank you.
For posterity's sake, we'll hang on to that blue eye.
I'll buy it at a high price.
It's been a while since we got to hear him say that. I am so appreciative that we did. Whoops, I forgot to slot my gems into the elegant mask. That's okay. I'll get to that in a second. So let's just do that. Sell off all these, the Illuminous pendant as well. And give me 1 second here real quick. Bam! Completed elegant mask. Okay. Now, with that taken care of, whole bunch of upgrades to purchase here. First off, for the first time in a long while, we can actually get a capacity upgrade for our TMP, which we're actually going to want to take, as well as this firepower upgrade. Unfortunately, no upgrades for the Blacktail. I was misremembering. Now that we've got a broken butterfly, we have a ton of backlogged upgrades to purchase for it. So let's purchase this reload speed upgrade, and then purchase all the firepower upgrades. Obviously, I want to save the capacity upgrades for when I actually need the gun to be reloaded, as Magnum ammo is quite rare. Moving on over here, some new upgrades for the semi-auto rifle. I still have quite a few bullets chambered in it, so we're going to wait to buy that capacity upgrade, but there's no reason to delay on getting the firepower and reload speed upgrade. Now its reload speed is maxed out. Some upgrades here from the riot gun that were here previously. Again, I don't want to put any more investment in the riot gun. With that taken care of, it's time for another exciting round of the shooting range. Once again, we are going to take the rapid fire option. If you have Ashley with you when you go into the shooting range, she just stands off to the side to let Leon play his games. So let's take the rapid fire weapons. One funny thing about the rapid fire weapons, a lot funny, it's just kind of amusing to me, is that if you select it with a TMP equipped, Leon will default to the TMP when equipping the rapid fire set. Normally he defaults to the shotgun if you don't have the TMP equipped. Anyways, once again, we've got the little barnyard area. Eventually, we'll see more backgrounds to this shooting range, but to get game type B, you just gotta select it. Alright, once again, we will just be going for shooting all the targets here to start, so that we can get the special bottle cap right away. If I can... Ooh, I actually almost ran out of time on that one. There is one guy behind Ashley there. Sometimes you will want to move to get your shots placed. We'll take that. Not getting too much in the way of points here, so yeah, this is purely for the special bottle cap. Shoot that guy down. Killed my hit streak there, so gonna be not much in the way of Salazar this time around. Let me just focus on the main target. As you can tell, I'm a little off my game right now, but that's okay. That's okay. These things happen. And what the heck, one Salazar head for the road. If I can hit it, there we go. See, not a big deal, not a big deal. Take these guys down, and yeah, that was the last of it. So, pretty miserable score right there, but we get the special bottle cap. Now I will clean up normal bottle caps until we get to the harder version of the shooting range. Alright, with that cleared out, we are on the harder version of the B-type shooting game, and this one removes the background entirely, so we have a much bigger range to shoot along. Salazar will still appear after 5 successful hits, so don't have to worry about that being any different. Let me see if I can just get that headshot there, and I did. Let's, okay, that just killed my streak right there. Let's see if I can... Yes, I did get that headshot. So we mostly just want to focus on body shots for these male Ganados. Not that I haven't been doing that, but missed a target there. That's okay. That's not a big deal. I would like to hopefully get another... let's see, headshot on you. Nope. Oh, that's bad. Okay, so we might be having to go for a run back on this one, unfortunately. We'll just take that headshot right there. Destroy that guy, destroy that guy. Oh, I think that's, yeah, unfortunate. But yeah, what's annoying is on my first try, I actually got that no problem. That's okay, though. We mostly skipped through the shooting range, so we'll just get a little bit more. As you go up in the shooting ranges, it is, a better idea, honestly, to just switch over to the handgun, just so you don't have to deal with the jumping of the TMP. Particularly when dealing with these long-range shots, it's pretty brutal to try and actually hit these targets, and I'm messing this up again, so I'm just going to immediately end the target practice here and go for another run of it. Yeah, you can just go up to the door and if you're messing up your shots too much, you can just go to the door and immediately end the current run to restart it. Let's just get that guy there, spawn in the Salazar, and I want the headshot. There we go. Okay, and it's a good idea with these targets that are moving to let them move into your aiming laser. That way you don't have to worry about any awkward jumps from the TMP causing the shots to miss. That should be good enough, honestly. Let's just try and get the headshot on this lady right here, just for a, there we go, a little bit more points. Let's hit these guys down. Thankfully, this one ends, as you can see, very quickly with the dynamite, and for whatever reason, now Salazar wanted to appear there. There we go, that was a much cleaner run of it. Alrighty, that is all 6 bottle caps acquired for this shooting range, so why don't we turn those in real quick.
Welcome.
I keep doing that. I think the last option is endgame. It's actually never mind. You've been awarded 6 bottle caps. Second row collection is complete, and you get a cool 25k pesetas. Let's take a little look at those bottle caps that we just got, shall we? So, this time around, we get a bunch of enemies, specifically ganados from the village. So, let's look at our various enemies here. We've got Don Jose. Iconic, iconic. Over here, we've got, Don Diego. Over here, we've got Don Esteban. And here is Don Manuel. Finally, we all know this guy, Dr. Salvador. Wonder where he studied medicine at. Over here, we've got the Bella Sisters. Don't worry, we do eventually get a bottle cap for the basic ganados that the Bella Sisters are modeled from. Okay, but with that taken care of, now we can get on to the main attraction of this area we've just found ourselves in. Getting to work here, we've got 2 key items that we need to collect in order to move on. Also, I sold enough items that we should have access to a spot. Yes, for that flash grenade that I had to give up there. I'm going to equip my Blacktail real quick. Funnily enough, removing the, I noticed another little quirk with going into the rapid fire set with the TMP equipped. That actually removed my TMP when we removed the rapid fire weapons option or loadout. Pretty funny. Little quirk of how the weapons interact there. Over here, we will grab the yellow herb real quick. Honestly, I could use one of these for Leon, but we don't have a basic green herb to combine it with, so we'll just wait until the next time I take damage, which is probably going to be pretty soon, and then we can just pop that to fully heal. Sample retrieved. As you may have heard, Luis Serra has been disposed of by Lord Sadler. The sample is back where it belongs. I'd hoped that the whole matter could be resolved without troubling the Lord. However, as long as the sample is safe, we can all rejoice, for our time is nearly at hand. And now that the sample is back in our safe hands, it'll be a bit more difficult for that troublesome woman to get it. In light of all this, it's unfortunate that Serra had to go. Like us, he would have had a bright future if only he had shown more faith in our beliefs. As for the other 2 Americans, the Lord has left the matter in our hands. We must not disappoint the Lord. We shall capture Ashley and take her to the Lord to dispose of the American agent. And dispose of the American agent, rather. Starting things off, we've got 2 challenge rooms to get through, so to speak. The first one here, you're going to want to immediately tell Ashley to wait, and I'm actually going to equip the Broken Butterfly for its first iteration of use. The Broken Butterfly, like so many other magnums in the series, one of the most powerful guns in the game, incredibly rare ammo though, so you gotta use it for the right situations. Over here, We've got some armors that throw us into another QuickTime event. As you can see, Leon dodges these a lot more cleanly than Ashley does. Impressive stuff, impressive stuff. Quit showboating, Leon. And why I want to leave Ashley behind is as soon as we go into here, first we'll want to grab these items that line the walls. There is shotgun shells and an herb for us to use should we need it, and we may end up needing it. But once you grab this item in the center, may wrath of evil befall the one who disturbs the Holy Grail. Take the King's Grail. Naturally, as soon as we grab this King's Grail, we are trapped. And we've got armored plagas to deal with. Fortunately, Leon handles these things a lot better than Ashley did, since, you know, he actually has weapons. So what we want to do is bait these guys into attacks, and we want to go for headshots with the broken butterfly. Ah! Complete whiff there. That's okay, that's okay. Like I said, the next time I took some damage, I was just going to pop that herb. What we want to do now is we'll use a hand grenade in order to try and back these guys off. So let's use that. And I can use the blacktail to get some headshots on this guy. There we go. Let me see here. Let's get to the riot gun here. It's a very particular moment I want to wait to pull a particular move. Whoop. Get that guy hit. Ah! No. Okay, I misjudged when he would actually get some actions there. That was a little overeager, but once they're all the plagas are exposed, we can immediately take them all out with a flash grenade. Good stuff, good stuff. Ah, no, that guy was out of range. That's unfortunate. But we've got a broken butterfly shot that we can use here. There we go. That's a little explosion into dust there. These guys are programmed to drop some pretty generous ammo supplies for you. Now we've got the black armor. For these guys, once again, we just want to utilize our broken butterfly. These guys will shoot out the biter plagas, which is honestly makes them a little bit less threatening. Whoa! Because those guys have a bit more of a lead time to when they actually go for their bite. Let me see here. If I can just... There we go. Hit that one. We're out of broken butterfly ammo. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take out these two with a flash grenade. That leaves us in a 1v1 with this guy over here. Let me use that... Actually, let's just fully heal here. Now we can utilize our riot gun to deal with this guy. This is a pretty messy run of this area, but whatever. That happens sometimes. Ah! Sometimes they go for a lengthy overhand chop, and sometimes they just go for that really quick side swipe to you. And they can use their normal plagas attack also. It's just a matter of the luck of the draw. Ah, God. There he's going for the bite there. I can tell from the sound effect. So let's just get that. As you can see, this is a rare instance where a plagas isn't instantly taken out by a critical headshot. Okay, thankfully, once those 6 are done, we are good to go out of here. Pretty terrible run of that area for me, but it can be a little messy sometimes. I used to be able to land the broken butterfly shots perfectly every single time, but for whatever reason, I struggle a lot with that in recent playthroughs of the game. I think I'm a little too overeager sometimes. Regardless, we've got another room to get through here, so let's move on. I'm actually going to equip my TMP again here, because we're going to have another opportunity to use this for a little bit of a clip. So let's go in here. Now, like the previous time, I'm not actually going to take advantage of this. This is just for demonstrative purposes. There is a rather simplistic puzzle to solve in here, and our end goal is this door right here. Like the previous door, though, where we could clip through with the TMP, we just have to... let me see here. Whoop. If I can just get it lined up right. My positioning is a little bit off. There we go! Now, if you do that properly, you can get right into the end point of this room and grab the treasure right there, but we want to actually show off what you're supposed to do. So we've got a little bit of a floor switch puzzle here. Wait. Have Ashley wait there. Now we want to push out these statues and just move them a bit so that they're lined up with the floor buttons. Slowly push them around. Yeah, if you just clip through the door with the TMP, or clip the TMP through the door and shoot the lock off of it, You get through this room quite a lot faster, but it's not as much of a time save as the previous TMP clip. I'd say it's probably like a 30 to 40 second time save. Just something to keep in mind if you ever want to do a speed run of this version of the game. Now, before we head in here, there's another pretty well-known trick you can do to make this room a bit simpler. There's going to be these lights on the wall, and you can shoot out most of them from this doorway. I believe you can shoot out all of them, but the one to the right of us is a little particular to hit, and I want to show off what happens here anyway.
I think you've lived long enough. Let's see if you can survive this time.
Salazar appears literally out of nowhere, and we've got a spiked ceiling trap. Fortunately, all you have to do to halt it is shoot all the lights. You can take out most of them before you get into this room, or even all of them, and if you get all of them, literally, the spike trap just stops as soon as the cutscene ends, which is pretty funny. Anyway, moving on over here. A weirdly conspicuous and lengthy hallway with a conspicuous bloodstain in the center of the floor. Weird. Well, let's continue on regardless. Oh dear. Okay. Why do you have this? Apparently, Salazar is running an extensive excavation operation. Whatever. Okay, we've got giant drill that's here to just turn Ashley into a smoothie. Anyways, these guys will die from a single hit, but it's just the easiest to hit them with the rifle there. Come on, Ashley, quit cowering and get on through. That's just gonna keep going until it hits its inevitable endpoint, which is going to be pretty soon. Let's grab this spinel right here. And this elegant chessboard. And you know what? While that thing is going, got a couple more barrels to break. There we go. And some rifle ammo. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Finally, with that, we get the Queen's Grail. This door is the one we clipped through earlier. Just kick on that, kick on through that, and let's get the heck out of here. With the two grails in tow, we are now able to placate those statues, satisfy those statues, make them open the way forward for us. However you want to phrase that, if I can remember. It's this hallway right here. I'm not getting lost, Ashley. Don't judge, don't judge. One last challenge for this area before we can get through here, though. Bunch of guys with scythes, so we are just going to take advantage of the fact that they are not particularly aggressive from the start. I'm just going to get rid of the shield guys, since they are the most threatening if they get mixed into the crowd. And then we can use the blacktail to dispatch this guy who's slowly approaching. Send that guy to the ground real quick. There we go. Very satisfying sound the blacktail makes when it shoots. I'm just enjoying this, honestly. You guys are not very effective at what you do, I gotta say. That could have gone better for them. Could have gone considerably better, actually. Okay. With those guys dispatched, now we can go place our grails, get our pesetas as well. Thank you for your graciousness, for your rewards to me. Over here, we've got the queen that we need to place the queen grail on. Fortunately, the royals here are color-coded, so you'll know which one to place the grail on, even if you don't look at the name specifically. Just look at that little blue logo there. Oh, that goes to the Blue King. King's Grail has been placed just to psych you out a little bit, and totally not because the game has to load. There's a bit of a delay before the lattice opens after you actually place the grails. And with that, we find ourselves in yet another hallway. What a... Oh, no, no, no! I did not realize you could have Ashley take the hit for you on that. Thank you, Ashley. Your service is appreciated. Okay, that's good. I have never seen Ashley get hit by a snake before. What's funny is as soon as I was knifing that, I just realized, oh, there's a snake in here, isn't there? Anyway, 1,800 pesetas there. Let's open this one up and get another 2,800 pesetas. We've got an urn to smash over here, and you're probably noticing that, wow, 15 shotgun shells. Like I said, the American GameCube version, very generous with the shotgun shells. We can jump out these broken windows to get onto this balcony here. A red herb awaits us here. Now, eventually, we'll be connecting back to that big double door there. Real quick before I forget, I'm going to want to equip a flash grenade. It'll give me a little bit of breathing room for something that's coming up here. And if we go to the end of this walkway, we'll find a chest with another butterfly lamp on it. So you can probably presume what we're about to fight real soon. Now, we're just going to jump down here. You know what? My arms are kind of tired. Ashley, can you just wait there for a bit? I was hoping Ashley would say something. If you leave her at a drop point for a while, eventually she calls out to you.
Where are you going?
There we go, there we go. Anyways, if we move on to here...
Damn it! Ashley! Great! More of them!
And like 20 minutes after we got her back, Ashley has been kidnapped once again, throwing down that flash grenade there to get rid of get some heat off of me from these Novistadors. Though funnily enough, at this point in the game, Novistadors never use their stealth capabilities ever again. So I guess they're just Novistadors now. Regardless, we're going to take the TMP out here, and now these guys can fly, which is actually to their detriment, because when they are airborne, they actually do not... oh god. Surrounded. They do not have any health when they are airborne. A single gunshot will blast them out of the sky. Now, you've probably noticed that conspicuous hive over top. That hive can actually be shot. We also got a Novistador hanging on there. I'm sorry, a Vistador. And it does have a limited amount of health. If you shoot the hive enough, and we can just use handgun bullets for this, no need to use our heavier ordnance to get this thing taken care of. After enough shots are planted in it, the whole thing will fall, and despite its absolutely gargantuan size, somehow it does not destroy the walkway. When it is destroyed, any Vistadors that have the misfortune of being upon it are killed off. And it drops a whole bunch of guaranteed, I got a lucky blue eye there. This is the one place, these are a bunch of guaranteed eye spots that are, or eye drops that are from destroying the hive. There is one guaranteed blue eye in there. As you saw, I got lucky and got another blue eye, so I've been having pretty impressive luck this playthrough. You don't usually get this many blue eyes. It's not uncommon for someone to only get the fixed blue eye from the hive there in a playthrough, if they even think to shoot the hive. Anyway, let's put all these in. There we go. We've got another valuable butterfly lamp at our disposal. Now, to move on here, we've got to get that drawbridge down, so let's just hit this lever. And sure enough, that gets it dropped for us. But the hinges there with the chains affixed are keeping it from dropping down all the way. Just gotta blast those. With a really well-placed shotgun blast, you can actually destroy both of those hinges at once to drop the drawbridge. It's not really necessary at all, but it is cool if you can pull it off. Anyway, so yeah, like, we only had Ashley for what? I mean, the only reason I had her for more than 30 minutes is because I stopped to do the shooting range. Yeah, not exactly the most extensive escort sequence throughout the game, and it is going to be a while before we get her back. Anyway, another merchant over here, so why don't we just sell off some of our crapola? I don't know if his list has actually updated. Hopefully he has blacktail upgrades now. Let's just sell off some of our stuff, as I said before. Get rid of these spinels. There are no more butterfly lamps in the game, so any eyes you get, and yes, we will be fighting Vistadors later on, any eyes you get at this point can just be sold off. There we go. He buys it at a high price, as well as the elegant chessboard, except not quite. Alright, let's see here. Does look like, yes, a few upgrades have populated. The blacktail in particular now gets its maxed out firing speed, 0.27 seconds, an incredible rate of fire for a handgun, and a capacity upgrade there for us. We'll also get some more firepower for the broken butterfly, and we will completely refill its capacity there. As you can see, we can buy a capacity upgrade to 10, but there is a couple of, well, there's one fight coming up I would like to use the broken butterfly in, so we'll save it until then. Some more upgrades available for the riot gun, but again, I'm not gonna purchase any more upgrades for the riot gun. It's honestly, we're going to be able to sell it very soon to get a new shotgun. I don't even know if I'm really going to be using it at all between now and then. And, yeah, I'd say my, rifle is low enough that this capacity upgrade is worth buying, so we'll get that. There we go. Fully loaded rifle. Now, Chapter 4.1 is the longest chapter in the game, and we've got a little bit more to go, and some pretty notable sequences while we're at it too, so I think it would be a good idea to save that for its own video. So let's just create a midway save here. And before we finish off, there's just a couple things I'd like to show off real quick in the HD version. Not anything too fancy though, so why don't we pop over to that real quick. Now, the first thing I'd like to go over is, of course, if you are playing with the Special Costume Set 2, and you have Armored Ashley, of course, Armored Ashley will be completely invincible during this sequence, making an already fairly straightforward sequence just completely free here. Armored Ashley does not have to worry about anything, but that's not really the reason I wanted to show this off. The reason I wanted to show this off is... Okay, there's Ashley right there, and she's doing a little bit of a power pose there, but if you, let me see. I was doing this yesterday, come on. Oh no, am I misled about something? There we go, there we go. Randomly, Armored Ashley can choose to flex her guns. I was wondering if there's like a special thing going on there, but I was just playing through this chapter last night and I randomly noticed, like, okay, I gotta show this off. Yeah, pretty funny right there. So, yeah, it's not the most notable thing in the world. I was otherwise going to completely pass over this chapter, but I was like, you know what? This is worth being seen. Anyways, moving on. The other thing I'd like to show off is actually in the fire-breathing dragon room specifically. Now you might notice attached to the dragons, there are some very conspicuous hooks for the chains there, and you can actually shoot these hooks. And if you shoot through the hooks, you will drop the dragon statues into the lava, and that is an alternative way to kill them. Now these hooks are actually pretty durable. It is not super easy to destroy them with conventional weaponry, but you can hit them from pretty much anywhere in the area and be in complete safety. So if you're nervous about trying to shoot them down while fire is being breathed on you, you can instead shoot the hooks affixing them to the ceiling to dispatch them. The only reason I was able to destroy those very quickly is because I got the Chicago typewriter. A maxed out sniper rifle will also blast through them instantly. It's not the most practical way to go about dealing with them in an ammo economy sense, but it is an option there, and it can be pretty funny if you decide to shoot the hooks off after they've already spawned in. Hear another delightful scream from the zealots as they plummet into the lava. And that's all I really cared to show. Just wanted to get these on video before we moved on and I would completely forget about them. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, though, goodbye.
I don't dispute the doubts you've outlined, but it's my right to waste your time.